I want to share a quote with you. I'm back home, happy to be home, but I want to share a quote with you. This is Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Ryan Holiday talks about this book all the time. Marcus Aurelius is a famous Stoic philosopher who, again, Ryan Holiday, very popular. And he talks about this book all the time. He talks about Marcus Aurelius all the time. And I'm finally reading through it. And it's basically Marcus's journal that was maybe found. I don't think they know how it got to become a book, but now it is a book, even though it was never meant to be a book. It's just his journal. Anyways, I want to share this quote with you and how it's affected me just in the past day. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. So this for me, I've been struggling for the past year. I shouldn't say struggle. I have been spending a lot of time thinking over the past year about what I want to do with my life, the things that I want to do, the career that I want to choose, the path that I want to follow. I've been thinking about it for a year, and it has maybe even more than a year. And it has caused a lot of stress for me. It has caused a lot of anger and frustration. Those are the emotions that I've chosen while thinking about this. And I have a lot of interests. I'm a very curious person. I have a lot of things that I enjoy doing. And so the thought process that I have had while thinking about this is that I have to choose something. And then once I choose that, I have to give everything else up. That it's very black and white. And I suppose the reason that I think that is because the people that are at the highest level of their fields, choose something, and they've started doing it at a very young age, and they continue doing that through their teens and their 20s, and that's how they become excellent. Tom Brady, LeBron James, Jerry Seinfeld. Will Ferrell started probably in his 20s doing comedy, but has probably, been honing a comedic sense for most of his life. And people that are excellent, it's the whole idea of the 10,000 hours, right? And so I have been spending not 10,000 hours, but a lot of my waking time thinking about what I was going to do next, and really struggling because there are the things that I feel like I should do. There's the things that I want to do. And then I need to make sure that I'm making money immediately, so I can't do this thing. And it's just been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And all of this thinking has really led to just more thinking. Because what I was thinking about was just trying to make a decision. It wasn't necessarily a goal. It wasn't necessarily trying to choose a path. I don't even know if I was choosing a path. As I'm saying this out loud, it's almost like I wasn't even thinking about which one to do. I was just thinking about all the reasons that I should do one thing or should do another thing. I wasn't even, it was just a constant process of thinking about the things that would lead me to one path or another. And I was just committed to thinking about it. I just wanted to think. I wanted to find every last reason to do one thing or another thing before I actually made a decision. And I would say that I was also looking for like a guaranteed answer. I wanted to think everything through. I wanted to figure out the entire path. And this quote, again, the things you think about determine the quality of your mind. And all I was thinking about were the reasons to or the reasons not to do various things. And then thinking about why I'm so frustrated, thinking about why I'm so angry, and thinking about why I'm in the place that I'm in. your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. And that, you know, I thought about being frustrated. I thought about being angry. And that's kind of what had taken over in me. It was just frustration, stress, annoyance, and it would seep into all other parts of my life, really. And when I read that, the things that you think about determine the quality of your mind, that really just kind of got me to think of like, what is the quality of my mind and what are the quality of my thoughts? And what am I spending my time thinking about? Well, I'm spending all of my time just thinking about thinking and trying to make a decision. And when I realized that, it changed pretty much everything for me in just like a moment of, if I just change what I'm thinking about, that changes the quality of my mind, and it changes everything. A famous adage is what you focus on expands. And what I was focusing on so much was making this decision for myself, was trying to decide which direction to go in. And I was so focused on making the right choice that I just kept on digging deeper and deeper and into the abyss that was trying to make a right choice. That was my focus. That was all-consuming thought. And instead, it was it was just like flipping a switch. All I have to think about is something else, something that I want to think about, something that I want to make progress on, and it all became so much simpler, so much easier. I'm really into Rocket League, really into coaching, and so now instead of thinking about which one am I going to do, it just changes to, well, how am I going to contribute to this community? How am I going to help Rocket League players get better? How am I going to make my community better? How am I going to support people? How am I going to become a better coach? How am I going to make better videos to do that? And it all became so much more clear, because now I'm just thinking about, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to create this result in my life? And it was just, it immediately just completely changed everything. And I think that's so powerful. The things that you think about determine the quality of your mind. That's a really powerful quote. I love reading it. I love just really taking in the idea that, the quality of your thoughts is the quality of who you are. And that if you're having higher level thinking and more productive, more solution-oriented thinking, that has a clear path and a way forward and are, nourishing to who you are as a person, then that's what you get from those thoughts. And when you think confusing things, when you think frustrating, like that you're frustrated, when I think that I don't know the answer, when I think that I have to make a sacrifice, well, I'm not going to go anywhere with that. So big change. Really wanted to share that with you. Again, this is book 5, passage 16. I don't really know what they call each number, but this book is split up into other books, and this is number 16 in book 5, or 5.16. Just a really, really good quote. And I wanted to share that with you, and that is what I have done.